my ladies. Oh, it's recording, by the way. I have shared this with my ladies in my training, and I'm going to try to screen share it with all of you. But I have a process to the invite, which ultimately leads to the invite, and it leads to pretty much growth of your business, I would say. And I'm not going to go into all of those areas. I'm going to do my team call next week, so if you guys want to jump on, you can listen to the other levels I'm going to speak on. But I'm going to show you my little business plan real quick. Let me pull it up. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, so this is my business plan, growing your business from the inside out. And the number one for all of this is sharing, which is, for me, inviting. It's the whole process of leading to the invite, to getting people to join your challenge group. It all starts with sharing. That's the bottom line. And sharing, ultimately, is social media, as all of you know. So this is my little business plan. And for our business as a coach, it all starts with sharing, and it all starts with you, bottom line. So I'm going to stop sharing that for a second. So that is the number one thing to the entire invite process, is sharing. Obviously, you're sharing that you're being the product, you're sharing the personal development, but you have to be willing to be bold and to share. And, you know, I want to encourage all of you, when we get off this call, to look at your Facebook feed and see if you're sharing every day. Because if you're not, you're literally skipping the entire invite process to your challenge group, because that is how you invite to the challenge group. And I talk about on my my business plan how to invite without selling. And that's the whole part of it, is your sharing. So as you all know, sharing is, there's two ways that you can share. One is your public platform, which is social media. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, your blog. There are so many different aspects that you can share on a public level that you'll get viewers. No, they might not necessarily comment, but you have people watching you. So that is number one, hands down. Every one of you should be sharing, bottom line. And you should have at least 3 posts on your Facebook wall every single day. No excuses. Consistency is what this business is all about. Consistency is getting people to watch you. And if you're not consistently posting about you and your lifestyle, you're not going to get people to come to you asking you for help, bottom line. So sharing 3 times a day is essential on a public platform. You can pick Facebook, you can pick Instagram. I personally do Instagram and Facebook. You can connect your Instagram to your Facebook account so that they can go hand in hand. So it's kind of like, you know, 2 things at once. I know, like Carly Del Carlo, she's a coach. She's incredible at Instagram. There's other coaches that do all Facebook. Melanie Mintro, she does everything. She does the blog. She does everything. You know, I do Pinterest occasionally, but I focus on Instagram and Facebook. So, you know, you guys really need to figure out what public platform you want to post and be consistent. Be consistent in your post. Post 3 times a day. You can post more than that, but I would say minimum of 3 posts a day, and you need them to be diverse. Do not post 3 pictures a day of your workout. Don't post 3 pictures a day of your Shakeology. It will get boring. You need to think in your head, maybe a motivational post once a day, a workout post once a day, and then a healthy lifestyle post once a day. You need it to be broad-based, because you're hitting different people on different levels. Some people don't care about working out, but they care about personal development and their internal growth, and not so much the workout, because maybe they're in great shape. So you need to make sure that you're hitting every demographic with your post, and that's why it's good to share 3 to 5 posts a day. I personally do 5 posts a day. I post at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and sometimes 8 o'clock. I have alarms set on my phone, and I post at all of those times. So I would encourage you, if you want to invite more, you have to start sharing more on your public platform. The second is private. Private one-on-one connection is your other form of sharing. This one is just as important as your public platform of sharing, because this is where you make the connection with the person. I have had multiple experiences where people have come to me and they have had coaches approach them that have never made the connection. They have never cultivated the relationship. They have never truly felt like they cared about them. They just wanted a sale. And that's not what we're in this for. We are here to help. We're here to invest. We're here to inspire. We're here to be the sideline cheerleader for all of the women that join our challenge groups or our team. So making the one-on-one connection is crucial. You have to do that. Like I say, 3 people a day. You need to be personal messaging, text messaging. I don't do phone calls because of just time, but you need to be reaching out to 3 people a day on a personal level, but not talking about Beachbody, okay? I know that might go against the grain. There's some people that throw in the invite, but the majority of my one-on-one sharing is not about Beachbody. It's about life. It's about maybe something I saw on their page. You know, maybe someone said that they're struggling with meal plans, and I kind of just ease my way in so that the relationship is built, there's trust, and eventually I will throw in the invite. But I let it really happen organically without the sales. And then they feel like you care about them, and that's really what it's about. People see through this sales mentality, and you'll never have success if you're pushing and if you're pressing people to buy a challenge pack. It will never, never happen. Because ultimately women long for connection. They long for affirmation. They long for support, and that's what you're offering. So you have to establish the connection through the personal messaging before you even do the invite. So that's the other sharing aspect. So there's the 2 platforms, the public and the personal, and you have to do those consistently. Like I said, 3 posts a day on your public, 3 posts a day on a personal level for the sharing aspect. And ultimately, all those things will lead to, most of the time, I will say for me personally, those will lead to them asking me, what is your challenge group? What are you doing? And that's where I don't even have to do the invite. The sharing ultimately creates the invite process without me ever having to ask them. And that's what it's, oh, someone came home. And that's what it's all about. Is my goal for all of you ladies, for my team, is to not actually have to invite people. It's about sharing and getting them to ask you. And then all you pretty much have to say is, this is what I'm doing. And they say yes. So you're avoiding that whole sales mentality. So that's the sharing. The next step, after you have shared your story on your page, you have shared your healthy lifestyle, you've made the connection with the people on a one-on-one basis, you've reached out to them, the next level is education. And that is your role as a coach, to educate. And a lot of people kind of skip that step. They go straight into, it's a Beachbody program, do it. And really, people do not want to hear that it's a Beachbody thing. Honestly, my experience is that a lot of people can sometimes get pushed away by the idea of Beachbody because it can come across as a sales approach, or they're just trying to get money. And when you educate someone, it's really important to craft an email, a post, a text, something that encompasses what a challenge group is and what you have to offer as a coach. What do you offer as a coach? Do you offer meal plans? Do you offer recipes? Do you offer one-on-one support? What are you providing to them as a coach? Support, community, meetups like I offer. What is it that you are going to give to them in the challenge group, and what do you expect out of them? So I'll show you mine real quick. On my blog, I have created this, and this is something I share with my people if they have questions. If someone says, hey, I see that you're leading a challenge group, what is it? Obviously, I know they want to know what it's about, and I haven't invited them yet. They've reached out to me, but you have to educate them. And honestly, through your education, you're going to get a yes or a no. So you have to make sure that you craft it the right way. It's really like a science behind it from what I've learned. And I'll show you mine. So there's ways that you can do it. You can have a crafted what is a challenge group in your notes on your phone. You can have an email ready that's in your draft. That's just a crafted email ready to send to people that have questions. You can do MailChimp.com. They have newsletters, and you can form a newsletter that tells them what a challenge group is and explain to them what you offer, what you expect out of them. And then the last one is you can have a blog or a video. And I kind of honestly do all of them, just depending on the client that I'm talking to. But on my blog, and I'm not saying you guys have to have a blog, but you can kind of see what I write here. Let me pull it up real quick. Where'd it go? Screen share. Hold on. I think this is it. Hold on. Okay, so here's my blog, and I'm going to scroll down, and you can see that I have, I'm going to click my tab. It says, what is a challenge group, essentially? And as I scroll down, and like I said, you guys don't have to do a blog, but you need to have something that once you've shared, you have some type of material to educate your challengers. It's not letting me scroll down for some reason. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Let me click this out. Okay, so health and fitness challenge groups, and it says I get messages every day. What is a challenge group? What are you doing? I have a video right here, and it talks about what is a challenge group. And I send that to people that maybe are more video oriented, that just want to watch a video. So this is something all of you can do. You can go on your phone, on your laptop. You can make a video of what a challenge group is. You guys can go listen to mine on YouTube and see what I talk about. But this is something easy. You send them a link, you make it 2 or 3 minutes, and it answers all of their questions for them. You can see here are the details, what's the first step, what a challenge pack provides. If you notice, I don't say Beachbody, I just say a challenge pack because I don't want to scare them away. That is crucial. As your coach, this is what I provide to them, what I expect from them. They must follow the workout program, and I just go into details on what the challenge group is all about. And that's where the education comes from. And this can make or break the invite process, because if you tell them it's a Beachbody program, it's a 21-day fix, here you go, they're going to say no most likely. But if you say, I'm offering support, I'm offering community, I'm offering help, I'm offering inspiration, I'm offering meal plans, they're going to say yes, because they obviously came to you for that reason. So you need to figure out how you're going to present the people that come to you or that you talk to. How are you going to present to them the education material on your challenge group? Because that is a big part of the invite process. And see, I have pictures here from my meetups that I do, just so they can scroll down and they can see different stuff. And once you do all of this, once you educate them, then ultimately it's a yes or a no. You've done the sharing, you've connected with them through a private message, they've asked you about the program, and you've educated them on the material. The next step is them saying yes or no. That's really it. Is once they say yes, then I have all of my ladies fill out an application form, and you can see this is my application form. It's through woofu.com, and it just asks them what their health goals are, what their health statuses are, what program they're doing. It just is pretty much asking them, what is your goal? Where are you struggling? How can I help you? And that's really crucial to the invite process, because you want to know where they're at in their goals, so you know how to help them. And that ultimately gets them excited about the program. Honestly, I feel like is my feedback on how I'm going to help them in the challenge group. And it really comes from you. I really have tried since becoming a coach to brand myself, and you pretty much want people to do your challenge group because of you, because of your story, because of how you're sharing, because of your healthy lifestyle, because of your results. You don't want, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, I love all the Beachbody products, but you want them to do it because of you. And that is how you're going to eventually retain them, how you're going to get referrals, and how you're going to get the whole challenger to coach conversion, is getting them to want to be with you. It's not about the products. If for some reason Beachbody just crashed, you want to know that they're going to stay with you, and they're going to believe in you, and they're going to support whatever you're doing. And that's what it's about, honestly. And that's why sharing is crucial to the invite process. You have to be bold. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, and you have to be willing to say, I offer this. I am worth something. I'm going to help you change your life. I'm going to empower you, and we're going to do it together. and you want them to feel that you're doing it together, one-on-one. That's so, so important in all of this. And I will say on a like different side note, I do invite on a cold market level. I try not to do it a lot. That's just not my way of doing things. I feel really uncomfortable just saying, hey, I don't know you, but you want to do my challenge group? But if I do that, if I do a cold market, I kind of do like the peanut butter jelly method. I know that sounds weird, but I start off with something about them, and I'm like, hey, I saw that it was your daughter's first birthday. It looked like you had a wonderful time. She's so cute, whatever. And then I say something about, I don't know if you've seen my posts lately, but I do these awesome challenge groups. I know that you're a busy mom and they offer incredible support. We have a lot of new moms in the group. And if you're interested, let me know. I would love to have you join because I really think you would love it. And then I end with, maybe we can meet up next week, or how's your new job going? It's that whole positive, negative, positive, because some people don't want to be approached. So that's usually how I approach my cold market is I kind of start with them, throw in my invite, and then I end with something about them so that it kind of gets lost in translation, but they know I've put the invite out there and I've, extended an offer to help them. And sometimes you might not get a response and other times you do. I'll use Sandra for an example. She's on my team. Beachbody coaches tend to be Facebook stalkers. That kind of sounds bad. But Sandra, we've been friends. I've known her since high school. I saw her post a picture of T25 and I sent her a cold market, if you want to call it that way, invite. And I said, hey, I saw you're doing T25. Would you love to do the challenge group? She said yes. Then a week later, she signed up as a coach. So you have to be bold on that aspect as well, that you know that you have something incredible to offer people. And if they say no, it's okay. Put them on your follow-up list. But you have to gain that confidence, and you have to gain the ability to be open, and you have to just put yourself out there. Because like I said, you're going to get a lot of no's. I get a lot of no's. I do get a lot of yeses, but I will say that my yeses come from sharing. So my call to action for all of you ladies is from now until, from here on out, honestly, I would say call to action for forever, if you're a Beachbody coach, is 3 posts a day on your Facebook wall. If you want to do more, that's up to you, but 3 posts a day, no matter what. In the morning, like I do, morning, noon, afternoon, evening, 3 posts a day. That is just sharing your healthy lifestyle, because that is what's going to ultimately lead to the invite, the whole invite process. It's pretty much doing the inviting process for you without having to approach someone. So that's crucial. So look through your page. Look at Miranda's Facebook wall. Look at my Facebook wall. Look at Nicolette's. She's not here. Look at Stacy's. Look at people that, are constantly hitting Success Club, and look at their wall and see, okay, they're consistently sharing. I see a trend going on here. And that's why they're reaching Success Club. That's why they are hitting high numbers every single month. It's because they are sharing. People don't know what you're doing unless you share it. So that's my first call to action is 3 posts a day here on out. And in that, for the next week, I want you to do #BeBold. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'll have Miranda, but someone will get a little prize at the end of it. So we'll do a week from Tuesday. Tuesday, I'll check and see everyone's posts. So I want to see diversity. I want to see different stuff. I don't want to see all your pictures of Shakeology. I don't want to see a picture of like your workouts. Make them on all levels. Think of your different demographics. So that's your first call to action. Your next one is I want all of you to make 3 one-on-one connections every day. They don't have to be Beachbody related. I would actually prefer you not to talk about Beachbody. I want you to cultivate the relationships and make connections with 3 new people every single day. That's going to develop the relationship. That's going to eventually lead to the invite, or it's going to eventually lead to them asking you, I saw something on your page about a challenge group. What is it? Because I promise you, it always leads to that. For me, it always does. But you have to develop the trust and that you care about them. So I would say if you have a list, I don't know if you guys have lists of your top 100 potential challengers, start going down that list and just make it a goal to talk to them about everything but Beachbody to develop that relationship. So that's it. that's all I have. You have your call to action. If you have questions, I'll answer them. But like I say, my entire invite process is sharing, 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 and sharing, and being confident in your abilities. And I'm at the point now, and I can say this, that I don't care if people say no to me. I probably invite every single person to be a coach because I love it so much. And that's where you have to get to be. You have to get to the point where you know what the challenge group has to offer for challengers, but then you also have to get to a point where you know what coaching has to offer for someone to become a coach. And that's when you're going to start growing your team. You have to be confident in what coaching has to offer them. And once that happens, once you spread your wings and you're willing to not be afraid, I'm telling you, the sky is the limit for you, and the floodgates will open and people will start saying yes, and coaches will start joining your team, because people want a fearless leader. And that's where I'm at right now, and that's where all of you guys, I would hope for all of you guys to get to be through this process. So that is it. Thank you for listening, and we'll open up the floor for questions.